Hello everybody! Welcome back to On the Bright Side. My name is Daniel and I'm watching JUJUTSU KAISEN. And I'm not joined by anyone.
Nope.
You're not invited, Ben. Get the fuck out of here. I told you to leave!
I know. I'm sorry.
Fine, I guess I'm stuck with you. Alright, we're watching JUJUTSU KAISEN. But last time, we went back a number of years. I'm gonna guess around 10. Gojo, Geto, all those people in their high school days. We're trying to facilitate the transfer of the Star Vessel, can't remember the full name, which is a young girl, to the Immortal Sorcerer. But you know, there are some groups trying to stop us, and we're trying to fight them. And also Megumi's dad ? So lots of shit has already been happening, and it looks like we're gonna get some action this episode, so I'm excited. If you are excited also, then you can do me a favor and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss JUJUTSU Kaisen episodes in the future. 3, 2, 1, go. Coffee? Tea? Looks like coffee. There's some coffee stuff there. Never mind, it's tea. Fuck! Shit. He's making tea at the crumbled building. Damn, you really fucked this guy up.
Oh, at least you know. Oh god.
I hate it here. Got him, LMAO.
Rest in pepperonis.
RAR XD. Would Gojo not be the type of person to do, like, RAR XD? Just because.
Yes.
This whole thing. Huh. I love how we just watched Bungo Stray Dogs. We're hearing this voice actor again. He was Nikolai. Sorcerer Killer. That's a good name to have.
No,
I have a kid?
After it. Okay, maybe you still do.
God, he's so jacked. Look at it. Uh-huh. Good parent. Great parent. Look at what they did with his muscles in the open. Sorry. God, the animation's so cool here. No! The fuck are you talking about? Hi.
Oh, Jesus.
Shit! You let her touch you? That's true, actually. Look at his face. What are you doing?
When you take wringing someone out, literally.
Bangs guy. I have one. I have one bang. Oh boy. She is much. Well, I'm glad you're enthusiastic about it. Oh no! We're gonna be late. Get the bread! Don't worry, we can get you there fast. Guess we're stuck here. Yeah, I was like, she's gotta have some sort of feelings about that, right?
So what's the deal with her again?
She will become the vessel for Tengen, in order to keep him mobile, I guess, because otherwise he'll just kind of like keep aging. I don't know how they chose her, but it seems like they must have chosen her a while ago for her to be this knowledgeable about it. Yeah. Alright. Shit's happening. Oh, good. God, I don't like his vibes, but I'm also excited to see him in action. That's not good.
これで賞金に釣られるのがバカからまともなバカになる。霊障体がやられれば
Start plasma vessel, that's what it was.
あっちには五条悟がいるんだぞ。うん百年ぶりの陸眼と無加減呪術の抱き合わせ。
The six eyes. God.
聖書体はまず殺せない。
He's got respect for Gojo. At least respect for his abilities.
おい、ちょっと待て。
Don't. I wouldn't. I
いや、なんでもない。
don't get good vibes. Oh, so he put out the bounty. Ah, he left. Ah, gross. You don't leave takoyaki. Hello? Are you threatened to ban?
No.
Yeah, no, I can do what you do, but better. Is that so? Alright, well, let's see what you got
Waiting
then.
for him to get one-shotted.
Yeah, honestly. I've got so much shit.
Yep, there it is.
You alive?
Oh.
Impressive. Dog? Why? What is happening? It's so cute. It's huh? Sudden backstory before tragic death. Damn. Nice. Not quite. There's a bounty. It's fun. I object. Immediately. The beautiful eyes.
I think we both knew that was coming.
Yeah, well, he is hot. He can't help it. Sensei, he's hot too, right? The quickness.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's go. Yeah, whoever you are, don't get your hopes up. Oh boy. The maid's gonna fuck him up. Let's go. Okay. Missed. Oh!
That's rough.
That's rough, buddy. And there you go. Oh. You goopy? Bye. This might be tougher than we thought. Oh boy. You just bring them together. Don't worry, I got this. One-handed. We don't. I love when he does this shit. I have good eyes. I don't understand what you just said. I'll get you. He always explains it like annoyingly confusing. Even though like I get the idea behind it, like there is just like, all right, I'll just bring myself to you.
Nope, he's dead.
Yep. Bye.
No, that was anticlimactic.
Oh, he hasn't perfected those yet. Been captured? How so? Wasn't Geto with her? What are you doing, man?
分のことを若者にくくっていいかって悩みますよね。次回海賊絶対見るのじゃぞ。
What? Okay, I'm not gonna ask what is going on in those next times. All right, Ben. That was an episode.
It was.
This arc may be longer than we thought initially. I don't know. Do you think it's gonna be like a half a core, like 6 episodes? It doesn't matter. It can go on for as long as it wants. It might be the entire first half of the season. It's really not important, but I just feel like there's a lot of things like that I was noticing in the intro that I'm like, how long are we gonna be here for? We met with the Star Plasma Vessel after absolutely destroying those guys from the last episode. Of course.
What is our deal with her? So
Tengen.
So do we want her to be sacrificed, or do we not want her to be sacrificed?
Well, I don't know. The Tengen, who is big in the Sorcerer Society. So sorcerers want her to be sacrificed. Last episode, Geto brought up the argument of, without him being reborn into her body, he might just continue to evolve into something that we have no idea and may be a danger to all of society. Mm-hmm. So it's better just to have them get reborn. But whether we want that, personally, I don't know. Upon being with her, we might decide that we don't want that to happen, and we might find out that she doesn't actually want it either, despite what she says, right?
Yeah.
The way that I thought that this was going to go is that this event would be what tears Geto and Gojo apart, whether to sacrifice her or not, right?
Mm-hmm. And
I don't know how it's going to do that in a way that makes Geto the villain. It's interesting. I also feel like I have memories of them bringing up Tengen before, and in a way that it sounded like they didn't get reborn. I don't know. That might be just something I'm making up, but I thought they did say something about oh, there's a guy in the basement. Well, less of a guy, more like a tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I was and that makes me think you wouldn't say that about someone who's been reborn into a middle schooler. Well, I guess they wouldn't be in middle school at this point. Why do I remember the name of her maid and not her? Her name is Riko. Riko! I was getting confused with Shoko. But I'm no, Shoko's the girl who explained reverse curse energy as fuel and hyoi. Generally, right now, we're trying to protect her so we can get her to Tengen. And it kind of touched on, saying that she probably has people that she wants to say goodbye to. I have a feeling that it's not, despite the fact that she puts on a big talk about, hi, this is going to be great. I bet she's known for a while that this is what's going to happen to her, so it's kind of how she, coped. But she doesn't actually want it to happen. Because people are bad at saying what they truly feel. So, we had Megumi's dad, who doesn't even know that Megumi exists, ? He probably knows he exists, but he just doesn't care. Who has the illustrious title of Sorcerer Killer, which is great. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
It makes me think of Kiritsugu from Fate, who was the mage killer. Although I get worse vibes from this character. Kiritsugu is kind of all I don't do these things because I want to. I feel like this guy wants to. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just needs money, and it's all this is what he's best at. But he just uses money to gamble, though, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that boat racing was a gambling
Yes.
thing? I had never seen that before anime.
All sorts of sports are.
Yeah, but it seems like these are specifically gamble things. I think I found out about it from Zombieland Saga, which, out of context, you must be how does that even play in?
I do something to watch that.
Yeah, it's a funny show. But we got some action this episode. We got Geto beating some old guy's ass, and we got Gojo beating some old guy's ass. So the point is that Megumi's dad, it's gonna take me a while to remember the name. The name was Toji in the comments, and the comment was specifically, "Why is Toji kinda ... And I'm like, I can only assume that this is talking about Megumi's dad, because why is he hot? Why? But his plan is basically to wear out Gojo, Geto, so where he can deal with them by having this ridiculously high bounty on this girl but probably no one's going to be able to beat them straight up. But we did get to see kind of the limits of Gojo's power at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
He can't do the red shit or the blue shit or the purple shit. He's still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because his ability is extremely complicated. I feel like this episode touched on one of my favorite aspects of his ability, which is that he can just, like, see the space between him and an enemy and just be like, bring that down to 0 so he can get close to them immediately. It's like he teleports, right? But essentially what I believe is what's happening is he's subtracting the space between him and his enemy. In the show, whenever they try to explain it, it's like, I feel like you guys could explain this easier. And maybe it's like it's hard to translate too, but I like the explanation of basically the space between him and other people are like a bunch of numbers, and he can add variables to that number as much as he wants. So like the space between them is 0.01, but he can just keep adding zeros. Or vice versa, I guess. He can take off zeros until he gets really close. One of the coolest abilities I've seen from an anime, and I just like I don't think about powers that way, so I would have never thought of that kind of thing on my own. I was wondering what was happening for a second when like the life flashed before that guy's eyes. I was like, is Geto making him see this?
That's what I thought.
I thought he had like taken him to
I'm gonna give you memories.
Like one of those field things that the strong curses have. The most important memory from that man's life was his dog who died 50 years ago. Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
Then we also had Kuroi throw down with her mop. That's one hell of a maid. Ben, that's a reference to an anime that you haven't seen. I guess I was feeling while we were watching that outro, I was like, Jujutsu Kaisen is like really good at making a group of friends feel like a group of friends. Like in these outros, specifically. They show them all having fun and goofing off and stuff, and it's nice because we probably will never see that kind of stuff very much in the show. Like, we've seen a bit of it, right? But I feel like a lot of that kind of stuff was in the Jujutsu Scroll, which we don't have this time around. Jujutsu Stroll? Was it Stroll or Scroll? Anyway. The closest thing we have to that is
Stroll.
I think it was Stroll. I said Scroll for some reason. The closest thing we have to that is like these outro things. They kind of remind me of Bakemonogatari's outros, but not quite on as much crack. Like, I'm showing you Monogatari series. You remember those next times?
Yes.
I don't know what any of those mean.
Neither do I.
They just say words. And I'm like, who wrote this? But this one was kind of funny with like the I always vote because young people's voices matter, but I am at an age where I don't know if I count as a young voice anymore. I'm like, you should still vote. Everyone out there should vote. Damn. Daniel, why'd you have to make it political? We'll see where it goes from here. If you guys liked this episode, then you can let me know by leaving a like, and you can comment telling me what you thought about the episode, and you can subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single Jujutsu Kaisen episode going forward. Anyway, I hope that I can make your day better, and I hope that you continue to have good days. Until next time, take it easy.
Have a good one.